A teaser for Season 4 of Dragons Rising has just dropped, and it is pretty exciting. But there's this very small segment that really throws me off. Due to no dialogue accompanying the scene, we don't definitively know what's going on here, but context clues suggest it's to do with Jay and his memories. Personally, I'm of the opinion Jay losing his memory is the best thing that happened to his character in years. In the original series, Jay was this nerdy inventor who was often the voice of reason. Despite his common sense and problem-solving skills, he was still childish at heart and had many flaws to work on. Over time, the series would forget his traits and turn him into a complete man-child who pisses himself. I wish I was joking about that.
Jay, honey, I need to teach you how to bleach your boxer shorts.
Aw, come on. Let's get back to the monastery. I need to change my pants.
But when the 17 realms merged, Jay was right in the middle of the crossfire, and woke up in the land of madness with no memories of himself, most likely suffering from a concussion considering he was in such a large mech. Giving Jay amnesia gave him a new clean slate for the writers to experiment with. The administration finds Jay and manipulates him into thinking he has a job in their realm reassignment department. After years, he eventually climbs the ladder and becomes manager of said department. Despite this, deep down he knew it wasn't his true calling.
I don't remember what I used to do before the administration, but this is not the coolest career or anything. Oh well.
He rediscovered his elemental power somewhere along the line, but he felt obliged to keep it a secret.
No one knows I can control lightning, and no one can find out.
After realizing the administration was not for him, Jay escaped from there, and would eventually come into contact with the main antagonist of Dragons Rising, Lord Ras. Having found Jay before the ninja, he would waste no time using it to his advantage.
It's me, Nia!
Is that supposed to mean something to me, lady? I was a great warrior, fighting alongside my master in the wildness. My master Ras told me you'd lie to me, try to use mind games on me. You won't shake my confidence. I don't believe a word you said.
I knew the ninja would never see this coming.
Under Raz's supervision, he is instructed to use a wolf mask to shatter the goodness from his soul. There is no coming back for Jay, though despite unlocking Shatter Spin, he fails and loses the match. And when Nia tries one more time to pour her heart out to him, he declares hatred towards her before being sent home by disappointed Lord Ras. This was the perfect setup, because now with no one else to turn to, Jay has to make a living for himself in order to survive. He starts inventing again, creating a suit of armor to become a bounty hunter named Rogue. Becoming so reputable, one of his clients asked him to take on Lord Ras, which inevitably meant the ninja would find him again.
I know who you are, you big dummy!
Yeah, a secret man of mystery whose identity will never...
Elemental lightning? Really?
So? Lots of people probably have elemental lightning.
Nope.
Once the mask comes off, we see what's become of Jay, who's now shaped himself to become a new person, even giving himself a haircut to differentiate himself from the past, immediately refusing the ninja's hospitality, until he gives up due to the pain of his broken leg. My worry with this was that they would just show Jay a picture of him with the ninja and then it would be all solved, but they quickly shut this down.
The administration had pictures too, and Raz told me all kinds of stories about me working for him. You know what can't be faked? Me not trusting anyone but myself ever again.
He stays consistent with his attitude towards the ninja, only caring about money, and since he was responsible for assigning Aaron's parents to the land of Lee, Lloyd has to wager with him in order to recover them, which involves going undercover. Lloyd, the absolute wingman, suggests Jay and Nia be husband and wife, which he agrees to, and it's very obvious how it goes from here, with Jay warming up to Nia, who's still fixated on trying to jog his memory, plus constantly trying to unshatter his goodness.
Jay, we can't kill him! It's not the ninja way!
I'm not a ninja!
Jay eventually finishes his side of the deal, but Lloyd hasn't returned his. So after arguing with Nia, he leaves in anger, but arrives at the last moment because some of her words got through to him. He knows he's not a good person, still having his goodness shattered, but he wants to do better to be a suitable man for her, finally letting down the walls of his trust issues to pursue a romantic relationship with her. 3 seasons of build-up paid off. I found it very brave of the writers to save this story for later, letting the story unfold so they could tell it perfectly. Regaining his memories would spit in the face of all this character development, so I immediately created a theory to cope. When the writer Doc Wyatt was asked if Jay ever had a girlfriend in the administration, he said to hold on to this. And there's this line from season 3 I've always found very out of place.
Romantic relationships make no sense to me, especially this romantic relationship.
What if this was foreshadowing? Jay's previous relationship may have not gone so well, since Nia and Jay are in the administration in this shot. His former partner could see them together, and may try to erase Jay's memory of Nia, plus whatever went wrong in their relationship. This would give us more insight into Jay's work life at the administration, considering he shut himself out from everyone else. This toxic ex may be the reason why. Again, this is just a theory, but the evidence is quite compelling in my opinion. Another thing that's been throwing me off is Jay's haircut in the intro. He uses his headband from the sets, and the animation studio Wildbrain usually doesn't really care too much about the set accuracy, changing details on the minifigures regardless of how major it is. So going from the ponytail back to his old hair just makes it seem as if he's gone back to his old ways. So in conclusion, I highly detest the idea of Jay regaining his memories. If you disagree though, I'm very curious to know why, since I've seen so many people wanting him to regain his memories but never elaborated. But now you've heard my 2 cents. Thanks for watching.